Anya,
Hi,
how's it going?
it's going.
Good, good. Okay, so usually how we start is I ask, what's your name? How many kids do you have? And what do you do?
Okay.
I know you don't have any kids, and you'll be my first person, my first guest without having kids and without a parent. So this is great perspective for me to have. So go for it.
What's my name? Anya Matrosova.
Okay, and what do you do?
I have a spa, and I'm all about beauty. I'm
Okay.
a face yoga specialist and natural and medical approach to look beautiful, everyday secrets of beauty. Yeah. And I don't have any kids.
There you go.
Yeah.
So how'd you start your business, or why did you get into that field anyways?
I love it. It's so nice to, I don't know, since I was like 5 years old, if people ask you, what's your dream? I remember because we were poor, I would be like, I want to try banana. I don't know why.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
fruits. It's like Soviet Union. And I also, the other wish I had, it's I want to look young forever.
Okay.
Yeah, and it just, it just was always the way.
Do you have like a magic potion?
For the look younger.
Yeah.
I don't know. You know what? Right now I'm almost 44. At this point, I'm okay. I'm okay to age. It just look young forever. It's inside, and be healthy and happy. You know how many people like you see a lot of people. They like, I do nothing, but she's happy or he.
Yeah.
And they like glowing. So I'm kind of on this path. While on the surface, we take care of every. I gotta sell.
Yeah, of
We
course.
gotta grow. And I just opened the spa, so.
So how's business? Where did you open the spa? What do you guys specialize in?
The spa is located in Toronto, on Parkland and Lakeshore, between Parkland and Royal York. And it's called Royal York Holistic Medical Spa. So we specialized on holistic approach and medical. So we don't say, I like when everybody just get along, Right now the world little bit, one way, the tribe this, just get along, people.
Yeah.
The holistic people, they just, go hairy armpits, don't do injections. And then the injection people,
Yeah.
this, they're like, don't do it, doesn't work, while they look like all puffy. So a little bit on the middle, I like it, and everybody get along. I'm sorry, I'm just real.
I love it.
Yeah, and I like it all. So that's why I figure, you know what? After I've been working out of different places, renting a space there for years and years, I finally could spread my wings, take that big step, put the big girl pants on, and I'm gonna open my spa, and I invest. And it's fucking scary.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Sometimes it hurts to breathe.
So did you first rent a room and then you moved into your own spot?
I've been renting rooms in different salons, the hairdressing, and somewhere on the back.
Okay. So did you have to get like a certain amount of clientele to be able to move into this new space that you have, like your own space?
According to the rules and these big guys and girls, they speaking. You gotta do this. Now it gets to. I understand what to do. I had this conversation with my friend who's trying to figure out what platform she needs to use for booking system. I'm like, fill up the space.
Yeah.
Fill up the room. Don't worry about that stuff. Use the Google Sheet. Sorry, I didn't answer the question. We just talked about it.
Yeah.
Ideally, yes. Somehow I got, busy. I have a fair amount of clients. And thankfully, because I'm all over the place, I want to do everything. They follow me every time I move, Somebody pissed me off, I leave.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm not with you anymore. And I go to other location and they come in. But every time you move 30% of your, 30, that's least, you lose.
Interesting.
And it's adjustment. And you know how Toronto growing.
Yeah.
It's like the square. We all buy the square. Like if it's further than Bloor, forget it, not coming, even if you're good. Sorry, can you hear me? Good?
Yeah, I think we can hear you.
Okay, yeah. So the business is, I always, how to say, according to analytics, I'm learning all of this right now. that it's good. The conversion, it's not bad, and considering, and I have 2 more girls now, 2 more employees.
Good for you. That's alone very hard.
Hmm?
That's very hard to do an
Yeah.
accomplishment to have
Thank you.
employees.
I think it's more inside,
Yeah.
I just like, I just want to prove it to myself, not even to everybody. I can have it all fast and very fast, but it doesn't match the reality. But because I think like this, maybe I'm over here instead of over here, and listening different podcasts from different business owners. It helps, that I'm not that fast, but according to others, I'm doing well, It's enough clients, but it's not enough for me. I wanted more.
Yeah.
I wanted more because it's like, what happened, people? I just opened. Come, like, I finally here, You're going to be gorgeous. Come here. Hurry up. We'll fix you.
Isn't it hard selling? Do you find it's hard selling?
It's hard selling. It's hard selling. The actual process of like...
Yeah, like how do you get them in? Like, I know now you've been doing a lot of social media stuff, doing a lot of reels. I find it, at least me, I sell T-shirts. It's hard. It's hard to convert.
Yes. Conversions. Yes. Yes. Marketing, it's not that hard.
No?
But I just recently learned marketing and sales, like which one is more important, there's a different. But sales, it's like, yeah. We just had this conversation. We exist in our words. It's not hard to sell, but it's good to sell, but it's not always happens.
Yeah.
It's sometimes it's so freaking hard.
Yeah.
Today it's a Black Friday. Hello, and I'm not even selling anything.
Is it because you don't have any deals going on?
I do. I don't know. I just like, I just look at the social media. I looked at myself and like, oh my God, like I just got sick of it. I don't know. And I know it's my business. I shouldn't, but I know we're going to be okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just one day I skip, no biggie.
I refuse to do Black Friday.
You do?
I refuse to do anything captured by like the media to, first of all, we don't even have crazy profit margins.
Yeah.
So that alone doesn't allow us to do any of that. Even free shipping. Whenever we offer free shipping, we don't make money. Already we don't make money. So for me, I'd rather not sell anything on Black Friday than to lose money. So I don't like the fact that we have to give deals just because the big corporations and stuff want to clean out their inventory.
Yeah.
So for these like artisan brands and these small businesses, I'm not really into it. I'd rather support somebody and pay full price. I don't mind.
You know what? Recently, since I opened my business, since I opened my own location, I start thinking like this also. And it's like this hype. I get more. How much fucking more do you need?
Yeah.
The creams, like all this, there's all these reels, the funny things, like my Thanksgiving bag of skincare. It is funny, but it's also not funny.
Yeah.
Seriously, it's not gonna help. You can't take this to your casket when you die, all this stuff. I'm sorry, I said it, but just little crazy, and it's okay. It's okay not to sell everything today like others do. And
so what do you do if you have to pay rent? Like when rent comes, what do you do? Do you have a savings that you pull from? Like that's what I mean when it comes to the end of the month, the pressure to sell becomes harder because you have a more brick and mortar location. So like
it's always scary right now, it's end of the month, but we had a grand opening last week, so we did okay. We have enough for for maybe months or two, and then you have to get figuring it out if it doesn't go, but it always goes. Because I tell you, it's like a little bit of balance. The business, opening the business, it's like, okay, it's a daddy's day club. I feel like, like I created this family, and I come to my spa, and all these employees, it gives them this new beginning, motivation, stimulation. I'm the face. dad, right? And it's like up to you. You have to pull it out of you, not beat yourself up. Yes, the struggle of, to deliver, it's scary and it's exhausting, but it's also, when you're doing the right thing, when you're serving out there people with whatever you do,
It's rewarding.
it always gives back. I don't know. We more and more about like energy, the money, it's just the outcome. It's a result of your actions, right? But the money and the success looks in the different ways. So somehow we're going to be okay. I know we're going to be okay. And as I just told you, I believe so much in my approach in business that we're going to do so well. And my employees, even though we're not super busy yet, they're like, I'm not worried. Your approach is so good. And I'm like, no, it's us. And I just sold my apartment so I can carry on the business because I believe in it. Instead of save, pension, I have my little unit, So there's always ways you find. It will come to you. And when it's scary, some portal kind of opens up in your head. You're kind of figuring it out. As long as you're too stubborn to give up, you're going to be okay, I think.
That's the hardest part, is not giving up sometimes, right?
Yes. Well, if you can't pull it out of yourself, you have your partner, I think. And she's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. And you have your daughter. She's going to keep driving you.
That's true.
Yeah.
So do you feel like, how much of your clientele are your friends versus customers, like new people?
Oh my God, by now it's like everybody knows about all my divorces, my relationship, everything. It's
I never even knew you were married.
Oh yeah, that was a long time ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll get into that later. So
I'm happily divorced.
Yeah. So do you feel like a lot of your customers are your friends? And I don't mean people who are customers then turn into friends. I just mean like people who are your friends. Are they come to you, or it's more strangers that become friends?
Both.
Yeah.
It's a little bit all. I didn't do this analytic yet.
You should.
I should? Like who's my friends and taking my...
I'm kidding, because like what I sunk in my head was saying, my friends are not my customers. Don't expect your friends to buy from you.
Yes.
Because first of all, you'll get disappointed very easily.
Yes.
And at the same time, you're selling something. If you don't want to buy it, I don't want you to have it.
Yes.
So that's why I don't put that in my head anymore. Like, your friends are not your customers. The customers that you will have may become your friends, and that's great. But I don't feel the pressure to kind of sell to my friends anymore. Whoever wants to buy and purchase, I appreciate you, and that's it. That's my new outlook.
Back in the days, that's how I started. Because your friends,
Yeah.
they will come in, they're going to roll their eyes, like every time you get into some pyramid or some shit to sell. Here is the makeup, here is the... They all get it, okay? But at the time, my dear friend, he used to live in Ritz-Carlton.
Okay.
so, I would... And the elevator comes into the unit right away. So I'm like, this is the event. Can I use your unit? He's like, okay. And you bring the wine, you bring the cheese, you chop the cheese, and you put the makeup on or whatever, you sell it.
Got it.
People will come because of the venue. And I had it like this. Actually, that's how I became friends with your wife. Oh my God. Yeah. I was open-minded, okay? I didn't have friends. At the time, I just got divorced. It was like, I don't know, a long time ago, 2009 maybe. And I was trying myself go out there, I need friends, because all friends, it was his friends, and now I'm alone. So I started reaching out Facebook at the time. Come. And we were working out together also. So some people came in and, it's ended up being 20, 30, 40 people. It's Ritz-Carlton, it's free booze, it's free cheese, and they all buy stuff. So this first group of people, it gives you that boost a little bit, but just don't expect them to keep coming to this.
Sure.
Because you see they return, and it's like, oh, very good. And they're like, oh, fuck, she's calling me again. Then they stop just responding to you.
Totally.
Okay, so thank your friends for first, support. And some of them, they will come along even until when you go this big, and they will pay full price because they grow with you. They go up there with you. Some, they choose, okay? And they see and they acknowledge you because it's very hard for friends. I see it in myself sometimes. It's like, oh, she look good. Like, I'm up there. You should. And when I acknowledge this, it's like, no, we got to grow together.
Yeah.
So some will always be your friends and also customers, and they will support. They don't come as often.
Yeah.
Don't expect from them, but they give you that first boost.
That's true.
And then the first boost will bring more different clientele. Okay, so I don't know. That answer the question?
Yeah, it's very psychological. I'm sure there's for sure studies and like experiments. Because at the same time, even if they supported you once, I don't think we should feel any grudge or anything like that.
No,
or any
thank them.
bitterness, even if they're, people who like switch barbershops and they notice, or imagine somebody went to somebody else rather than you, or somebody
It's
bought
okay.
a different, it's okay.
It's okay. You know what? Now that I'm in beauty industry, I don't know. If lately, all I see all these people like massaging mouth, all this video. It's because maybe I am in it, or I feel like the whole Toronto doing this mouth massages. So,
Like TMJ?
it's a buccal massage.
Yeah, I've
and
seen
it's
it.
like a facelift, and a holistic approach. It doesn't lift your face. It just relaxes your jaw.
I have bad like TMJ.
Come see us.
Like
We'll
when I
give you
open my
mouth
mouth, I need a
massage.
mouth massage.
We'll give you mouth
Yeah.
massage. But it's not only this, because like your chin muscle, your scalp muscle, it's all the same muscle, and the trapezius, it's all right. So you relax this, your scalp, your back of the neck, you're already like, all the blood rush into your face, and you look like younger. Seriously, because it's like all glued and it's holding all the blood circulation, blood flow, lymphatic drainage. That's all it is. Relax the muscles and you're fine. Yeah, so come in. We'll take care of you.
100%.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So what's the plan for your business? Like, what do you hope it to be?
What I'm hoping to be, I see myself, I want to be one of the, top 5 or 10 Toronto spas.
Cool.
Yes.
Like, do you think you'll move and do like products, your own product line, your own
Yes.
courses,
Yes.
online,
All of this.
all of the stuff?
It's all my brain, like it comes from the heart. So I write down, because I have Royal York Spa, and I'm also a blogger, right? And I teach all these little tips and tricks, because a lot of people, we think they all in Toronto. No, all over the world.
Yep.
And there's different tips and tricks, you can give without even, using these crazy expensive products, and give that, I don't know, sense of feeling amazing about yourself with little things like your hands. You can lift your face with your hands. It's going to go back to it, but it's okay for 5 minutes at least. Yeah, so I do want to I want to have my skincare line. I want to be one of the top skincare clinic and holistic and medical spa. And I want to have my eventually center, which is, inside health, because all of this, it's just little indicators. It's the last destination. Thank God to this. We can see what's happening inside. Yeah, I want to do a lot of stuff. I want to have my books about beauty, and
Do you think, like, are you doing anything to work with like brands to get any like brand sponsorships?
That would be good. That would be good. It's just nobody really they like. I don't know. Yeah. They all want to work with you when you don't need them.
It's so true. Like I reach out to so many people, but nobody wants to work with you because you're so small. But when you're big, you don't need them anymore at this point.
That's why I had this conversation earlier with you. Like, it's a shift within you, which it's like portal. It's like a scary cave, the cave where all the good stuff happening that you need to pull out of yourself, to become a star. And once you understand this, you shift to this, like, if you identify yourself as these guys identify themselves. But it's like path to get there.
Yeah.
I'm working on it.
Yeah.
And you understand the formulation. I love making my own creams. A lot of clients, they don't even want to buy. Like I work with Yonka, like a big brands. But, I buy from them because they need us, right? But I make my own product and people like, oh, give me your cream. I don't want this one because this one is good. Because when you're knowledge, that's what gets you there.
And experience, your experience.
I like it.
Yeah.
I love it. Yeah, it's so nice. So much fun
That's
to
cool.
create, to allow your, your
Passion,
heart.
yeah.
Yeah, to your heart to use this body and just create. I love it.
Amazing. It's cool.
Thank you.
Good for you. I like, because we were just talking about, people when they need you and stuff like that. It's interesting because when you think about like influencer marketing, like for example, let's say you're trying to get someone famous to buy your products or use your service. Like now I'm less focused on influencer marketing. What I'm trying to do is find my circle and find those who are working on themselves and who I think will be successful and be that person you're trying to get to in, let's say, 5 years, and invest in them like your friends in hopes that when they make it, you guys all make it together and you support each other like that. Because right now I work so hard to get, let's say, George Clooney to wear my t-shirt.
Yeah, you want it?
I'm joking, but
He's going to look good in that. George Clooney.
Yeah, George
you
Clooney.
Hear him. I can see that.
But you put so much effort into that. Imagine I put effort into somebody who wants to be George Clooney. My buddy, he wants to be an actor. Let's invest in him, support him. I'm not saying give him money, but support him. And then when he gets to that stage, there's more reason for him to help you. Why does George Clooney want to help me? He doesn't even know me. You need to build a relationship.
Yes.
For these people to want to help you. So my new mentality is start from your circle and even start locally too. No point me trying to get influencers away from anyone in, like, let's say, United States. Why? People who buy are going to be from the States and they pay for shipping. So it just, stay local, stay within your community, your village.
Your village, like you said. But how to say? Right. Like I understand that mindset, and it's like a strategic and everything. But at the same time, I tell you my approach, my way of thinking of it. I've tried different ways, and every time I just forget. Well, screw this, all this analogies. You just do some weird stuff, like just be yourself.
Yeah.
You know how most like a viral reels or some videos or things you said, they just went viral. I don't know, it just clicked.
And with no planning usually.
And you had just fun with your like circle or like you supported. Like, look at this fan. I don't know why he came to my mind. He's an Indian man. Remember in Mississauga, he loves the raptors or something?
Yes. Help me out, Graham.
The guy just loves them.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. The guy loves them, and he became like a superstar because he loved them so much. He like,
super fan.
Yeah,
yes.
Yeah. You can become whatever. So you just, I think you just like support what you like. What
I'm
going to
be your super fan.
Thank you.
There we go.
And I'm your super fan.
Go.
I'm the one who asked you to have me here because I had you had other guest. He's like
Anthony.
Oh my God, he's so deep. And he looks so rough and like this, and I can see he's seen life and he did things, or two. And it's like I call the things because I did things or two, and when somebody live a life and done some shit, we can see each other.
For sure.
But we all, come home, to ourselves.
I like that.
We all come home in the end of the day. And it's like we build in that file by doing all these crazy things, hurting ourselves or like doing mistakes, divorce, like, I don't know, whoever doing whatever they doing, like drinking, cheating, whatever. Like
robbing a bank.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
that would be cool.
Yeah, okay.
But no, it's okay. That would be nice if they give us just... Yeah, but it's like you build in a file so you can work with it. Because, like, let's say I come in, I'm a good girl, everything is fine, da-da-da. Who's going to listen to it? Like, it's okay. But when you have a good story, now you can work on your own, self. It's like you
course.
have all these files. By the way, my immigration lawyer, he had like half a room with my immigration case. He got me the, citizenship, but it was hard.
Yeah.
So that was my file. Imagine in real life how much I have
Yeah.
to do, how much material I have to work with. That's why, I don't know. I when I heard this that he's a dad, and what he's going through, how much he cherished the time with his child, and like there was only a few words, but I knew exactly the scenario. How many dads they not see their kids because of divorce, they messed up. We're just people, we're just normal people, and when families getting together, I got divorced too, right? We don't know what we want, who we are. Like, we don't. We just working with what we got. We also promise each other things we don't even know what
Yeah.
whether we can keep up with. And it's hard to be a dad. It's very hard. It's so hard. And I felt his pain and the way he spoke about it, and he didn't hold back and make it look nice, and I saw my dad in him,
yeah?
because my dad, he was awesome, he was hard worker, especially now how many people, with all these changes, they have less money, but I think they just don't look the right way. There's more money in the world, I think. And but still, this dad going to work with knowing what he knows to do, mine was a welder, and he would come home, and it was hard. I know we live in Soviet Union, but he would provide for us with what he got, while my brothers hated him because he wasn't a businessman, and he would come home. He was a drunk. Holy shit. He was a drunk, but I have no issues with him. I understand him. It was so hard.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, all the dads out there maybe listening this, trust me, your daughters, they know, your little girl, she knows. Even when she manipulates you to make you feel bad, it's her game. She
Yeah.
knows. Her dad, oh my God. It's just, yeah.
So how did you see your dad when you grew up, I guess?
He was funny.
Yeah.
He was very funny. He was as village as you can get.
Okay.
He was from small town, and he was artist, and this is why I hold this, because he
Oh.
makes everything with his hands, and our furniture, everything. Paint, and he paint and sculpture, everything. We didn't have money, right? So he would just create things. Those that the memories, I have the best memories of my dad. So, I know, like, when you have more money, you think, oh, I want to bring to my girl or my boy, like this. But the time with your kids, even if you have this much, this is the moments. When he take me to forest, we live beside forest, he would chop the tree, huge tree, and he would give me piece of art, okay, stick, make a fire, and I just make my lard, on a fire, and he teach me how to make this juice from birch. It's actually doesn't taste that good, the real one. And I thought it's like a wonderland. It was so interesting, those things, and we're on the nature, and he's took, building something. And then those are the best memories of my dad, and he come home, he's very drunk. He drink until I was maybe, until I had to leave the country. And I don't know if you're okay, I can share a little bit of my story. So I had to escape Belarus when I was 17. So, perestroika, change of rules and everything. And all the good things and all the bad things that my dad showed me, and the life in general when he wasn't there, they happened to me. So I came across some not okay people, and, I had to run. And only then he kind of stopped drinking, when my family kind of lost me. But it straightened him up, and I still have no issues with him. He is the best dad I ever had. He gave me this much time, but they were like so good moments. And I saw he stopped working because some not good people, they would come to knock on the door, to get me, and I had nowhere to ask help from. It's Russia, and I was so embarrassed that I brought this on my family, and my dad was at home cooking, and I lied to him. I told him I'll be back in 2 minutes. I'll just check a mail, and he believed me. And I was 17, and I just left, and I saw him next time 18 years later.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. But all these years, like all these years, I don't know, we have this energy, like he was my everything. I don't know how to explain. We barely talk. He kind of was afraid. I think dads, they're afraid to talk to their kids to begin with for everything they did. But we all fucked up when we have kids, I guess, younger. We are kids. So I would call, Dad, I want to talk to you. He's like, here's Mom.
Yeah.
I think, yeah. But when, before he was dying, all the drinking, all this stuff, like during the COVID, he passed away. He started calling me from Belarus straight, it's expensive. And that's weird, And one day, he didn't do best job with my brother who passed away a year before that. And I think it's really hit him, then. And he called me and he said, it's too bad, we lived apart, 18 years, it's a long time. But, I love you and all these nice things, and it was so genuine. It's like, that's not my dad. He's going to go soon, Anyway, so I got to see him for 3 days, in 2019, I think, or 20. So, but...
Did you talk to him when you first left and you didn't see him for 17 years?
You know what? I was, I would call.
And did he say, where did you go?
Yeah, I
Okay.
told him where I was. I was in a different country already. Yeah. I kind of, found my ways.
Was he casual about it?
You know what? My parents, only now I understand how much pain I caused them, only now. And as much as, they were cool. They were happy that I was safe, but I wasn't really safe, That can be another podcast. But I was just, it was just like to see the pain in my dad's eyes because I got myself into not the best, positions. And, no dad wants to see his daughter, going through what I was going through. But I was like, yeah, it's all good. But they knew, yeah. And, we kind of, over time, they got used to it because they had a handful with my 2 other brothers. So they were busy. But the pain to live without your daughter when she's 17, right? I can only imagine now, what I caused them. My mom, my dad, he was like a channel sometimes. My mom, she's bad girl sometimes. She would hang up on me when I'm trying to call. Remember those cards, back in the days? 5 minutes later, click, oh yes. And then she would hang up on me. And I would call back, get her on the phone. He's like, you making your mama upset. Yeah, those are cute moments.
Where did you move at 17? Did you come to Canada or did you go somewhere else?
Somewhere else. I can't really say it now. Maybe
Yeah,
we'll talk about it later in another post.
Podcast.
Speaking through the Instagram.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it in another post. Yeah. I had to go to another country. I was kind of sold in the human trafficking.
Okay.
So
I'm sorry.
So it's okay. It's my file. I learned a lot over there too, about a lot of things. And somehow, even while I was going in through the hell over there for a few years, I managed myself, to work it through and buy myself out. That's how I came to here, to Canada later, because I heard Canada is a good country. You tell them what happened, and they got your back, and they did. They did. Great country. I know a lot of people saying things, but thank you, Canada. Give me home.
So how are you able to like open a business and get through all of that?
That's what I'm saying. People start crying.
Yeah.
Stop crying. Like, open your file, pull out yourself. Like, of course, I had my path. I thought I'm gonna be a good girl, and now I'm good. I was so tired of all of this, and I came as a refugee. I got it like I was working as a cleaning lady, cash. It was hard. And when you decide, I'm gonna do it right, everything, it's very hard because your past, it's like dragging along. Like all these things, you already messed up that person, and I don't know. You get used to lying, doing all these things to get by. You think it's the only way. And I got married. And all of this stuff came out in my perfect marriage, And I started drinking, and it was just something not worked through. And I was too embarrassed. I was hiding my past from my... So the startup already wasn't the best, okay? So all of this came out in my marriage, in my relationships, with myself and everything, because I didn't work it through. But it was actually a good indicator to start working on it. Okay, so, but my ex-husband, he was a good boy. He was from good family, like all good, and we didn't align, So he didn't have the tools to, I don't know. Before I used to say, you can't handle me, But now I understand it's mean. He did the best with what he could, with what he had, and I don't think I did. But once we got divorced, I was already like heavy drinker, and party time, the drugs, to numb the pain. And how many, you probably heard a lot of people, we all do, I've been them. Oh, life is this and this, and you just drinking it more, but you still feel the pain. You're killing your body, your spirit, and the pain is actually your indicator. Look there and work with it. Put the, big girl pants on. And when I got divorced, that's when I made a big decision. I was actually praying to God. At the time, I thought it's only God. And it just sends you one proper person. And then this person brings you into their circle when they see that when somebody... like when I think when someone is on top, or what we think they're successful, these people, they more than anything, they need somebody to trust, because when you're up there, it's the hardest thing to do. So like you were saying earlier, to build up the community, my people around, and then by then when that's the same idea. Sorry, I lost my thought. Yes, so. When somebody sees you, like me as a boss of the business right now, I can spot somebody, I can tell, okay, this is good. They show with their dedication, with their action, and you give them chance. Mm-hmm. And they'll do everything, and this is the people, you pull in, like they go with you later, like go up the ladder. So the same happened to me. So kind of God sent me somebody's from society, kind of like circle. And that circle picked me up, and, they see your intention. Mm-hmm. It was very hard. It was very hard because the old friends and all that crap, we try to pull all your mistakes, they will come up. It was so scary. It was so embarrassing because I like when I already straighten up, I start up all my business, my makeup, because I always was very good at taking care of others, skin, beauty, and even though I would like doing all these crazy things, partying, not sleeping 3 nights on the road, they're like I would look amazing, I think, and nobody would know, you know. But I was, it was definitely the hardest work I ever did. It's in my early 30s until like 36. Like I was hiding my past. It was so scary. And I'm sure a lot of people, I'm sure you have your, I can tell in the people postures, in the bodies, like it's so like there, like, oh, this person, you know, it's either she's gonna die or he die like this, or they're gonna work it through. And that's when I start working on myself. Like, start coming out of the closet. Here I am, I'm not always perfect. This is what I did. And some people stay with you and they make you stronger. And it's okay. Because in the end of the day, I didn't do it for everybody. I did it for me. And, you know, it's like a mirror. Whoever still and stay, they go further and they like take this shell of themselves because you gave them, you know, that you show them. Because, you know, like when you compare yourself, your fucked upness with somebody else's fucked upness, you're like, oh my God, I'm perfect. It's okay.
Yeah.
And I'm like worried about this stuff that people I'm the only person that judging myself. So yeah, today I'm 44. I opened my spa, but I feel it's like the most right thing I ever did. And the only question comes to me, why I didn't do it earlier? Why? Yeah.
I think everything happens in its own pace, right?
Intention, and you just stick by it, you know. And if you like, you have an amazing surrounding, like I mean, your family, your partner, she's incredible supporter. She believes in you. I believe in you, and you know, I don't even hang out with you, but
Yeah.
I know,
That's sweet.
I know you're gonna be, you know, I can see it. It doesn't matter, you know. Enjoy the path. I'm enjoying mine,
The
even
journey.
though it's scary.
It's the most important, but yeah, always scary. It's very scary.
It's so scary, especially end of the month when it's coming, like, and then it's like, okay, we're okay. For this month, we're okay.
Next month, let's
Yes.
let's do it all over again.
Yes. But like, I try to think, like, you know, let's not forget to have some fun. While we work, to have fun. And this is
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
Really appreciate. Thank
Yeah,
you.
I love that you came here. There's so many, like, because you seem like a very good, very well spoken and very positive and good coach. I feel like you have another avenue that you could always do because it's the word not attractive, but it gravitates. People will gravitate towards your positivity.
Thank you.
And I like it. It's really
Thank
nice.
you. My clients and clients' friends,
Yeah.
they say that too. And you see, when you do impact on the people around you, like some of my clients, this client she started taking flying lessons, and she flies now.
Wow.
And she comes to see me, and you know, blah blah blah. Those clients that you need to put a tape on, but it's actually you have a good time as them.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why you don't take classes? It doesn't make sense. And she's like, yeah, why not? And she started like, you know. And then this other one, she just got married, and like there's all these beliefs why we cannot do it. But when I see that they do it, it feels good. I'm like, oh,
Oh,
yeah.
that's nice.
What can I do for me now?
Yeah.
Yeah, it feels good. Thank you for saying this. But I also have my moments, right?
We all do.
When this thing, it's
Yeah.
just like,
It's
I'm going to
powerful
have
machine.
you today. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that probably majority of the month.
Yes.
It's hard. You got to figure out how to attract customers, what you have to do, if what you're doing is right or wrong, you know.
Sometimes I'm just thinking, you know, like, figure it out. Yes. What I do is I'm asking kind of my like inner self, like, show me how can I do better? What I don't see, where I don't see. And I just let go, you know, like that thing. And then it's not like, oh, and then, you know, universe take care of it. No, it's not.
Yeah.
It does, but through you, you
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
You don't sit and wait, you know, like it's coming. But, and you're analyzing like your own actions, which I'm not very good at. But business or your daughter or whatever it is you know, create in front of you that keeps your focus, like from being, you know, all over the place, it will make you do all of these things that you don't want to work on yourself.
Yeah.
So, and that's, yeah, sorry, I ran away from question. I forgot what you asked.
Cool.
You forgot to?
I don't think I actually even asked you a question. We were just talking about like positivity, and you're talking about your
Yeah.
friends and injecting, you know, things and ideas. And then I think I said something like, it's hard to do everything. Some days you feel, you know, it's easy, and some days it's hard. And what can you
Yes.
do to sell? And you don't know what to do. And I don't know. And we don't.
Yeah.
And the thing is, even with social media, we don't really control the algorithm.
It's not even that.
It's
People sick and tired of being sold. I actually went for a
Yeah.
walk this morning, and I'm like, I'm gonna make a reel on how stupid it is that we're buying. Instead
Yeah.
of selling, I'm just gonna have fun with it.
yeah, good for you.
You know, like seriously, because like I didn't do any sales. It makes me sick
Yeah.
to sell everything. Oh, this mask is very good. Relax. How about I tell everybody you don't need any of this shit today?
Yeah.
You don't need it.
Maybe tomorrow, but not today.
Sometimes the best thing to do is to do nothing.
yeah.
And yes, I understand we have to chase it, but you know, results they will come anyways when you do certain.
100%.
Most of the times, the same thing, small things every day.
Yeah. That's why I don't do sales. I don't want to show desperation. I'm not desperate. The people who will buy your stuff
But
will
you
buy your
want to.
stuff. Yeah, of course.
You want to.
Of course.
I promise you, you will. I can see it. This is that day club.
Yeah,
It's
I know,
so good.
I know.
I think you will. I
Yeah.
think you will. And it's not because somebody needs, oh, I need this T-shirt. It's because they're going to have the T-shirt that you created.
Of course.
And that's
It's the
what it is
feeling.
about, the relationship.
Of course.
The relationship. That's why I wanted to get you before you know, too famous to have me on the show. Oh, can you please have me? Yeah, because I know, I can tell. I promise you.
Yeah.
I promise you.
All right. We got it recorded, so
Yes.
I'll come back to this.
I promise you. I promise you, you will.
All right.
You know?
Thank you.
I can see different, you know. Daddy's Day Club. All kinds of, yes, I can see it. Because I was just driving like to get a coffee, and I was watching this. I stopped by at Google place to get a coffee, and they have these simple tops and a G, right? And I was just observing like what it gives them.
Yeah.
You know, it's a G,
Yeah.
whatever, you know. But these guys, they worked for it, and we just gotta be, you know.
Yeah. This is the struggle right now, right? This is the path that we're working towards for
Enjoy
the end
the
goal.
path.
Because once you're there,
Once you're there,
the
you're
feeling
there.
is exactly.
I have enough friends who are older and willing to, you know, share, and that's exactly what they say. Once you're there, you're there. What's next?
Yeah.
You know, what's next? And that's the other real struggle. So, you know, when you like face yourself, but you have a daughter, so she'll be, you know, I'm sure she'll keep you on your toes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, we have 15 minutes not to go back to it, but when your father passed, how much of an impact did it have on you?
All these years when I wasn't around, we didn't live together. I knew it's gonna be my scariest moment. I knew, but it's gonna come.
Yeah.
I better he go first than I do in front of his eye, right? So that's the. But when he passed, it was 2020 August 20. I freaked out. But it was very painful. It's really, I don't know. But at the same time, I felt like I became bigger. I don't know. It's like he went into his spirit into my body and wanted to see the world my world, how I live. This is how I felt. I was like high for a month. I felt his spirit beside me, inside me, like all over me. And yeah, it's kind of opened like a different new portal, you know? It's yeah. And all these memories, you know, I flew to Belarus and I brought all his stuff that, you know, he created this, you know, he was a painter. He would cut my hair, create the pen and, you know, draw. You know, all these things that he, even before he died, he put them together like this. Like because of his action, you know, that putting together these brushes. And it just so, you know, I cherish this. And this is always gives me a reminder who I am, why I'm so creative, and you know, to make all these creams. I make the creams because I watch him create the paint. You know, he likes to use oils, you know, and he makes his color. And I did the same with makeup. So all of these things, this is what I have. And I told him before he passed away that I love him. Like it was complete, you know, like.
Yeah.
When my brother passed away, it's incomplete, you know, it's a different pain. But with my father, he did good. He was so fucked up, but he
Yeah.
did good. I mean,
Yeah.
this is me now.
Of course.
He did good.
He did amazing.
He did what he did. You know, you take out of it what you know. I never questioned whether he loves me or not. Not even one time. Never. My mom, she gave me so much time of her time. I had this mommy's issue forever. My dad, not that much. No problem. So,
Were you closer to your dad than you were to your mom?
yes, I am like, you know, like him kind of.
Daddy's girl.
Yeah. You can't help it. You have to
Yeah.
take advantage, you know, sometimes make him feel bad. All these things, you know.
Okay, I'll take
and-
note what to expect.
Yeah, sometimes like, you know, when mom would make my dad like to give me shit for something, I know, but because he fell for her stuff, I'll make him pay for it because I know he loves me. It was so nice, kind of, you know, fun. And then you look at your dad all like vulnerable, like, you know, naked soul in front of you. You're like, you know, it's your dad.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's your dad. So like to all dads out there, like we love you.
Yeah.
Your daughters, love you. You know, even everybody there, they have their own, you know, relationship, growing up daughters, whatever. But in the end of the day, your daughters, they love you. Our dad, it's the number one most important man in your life. And every man you're gonna choose, you think you're choosing, even if you hate your dad. Hate and love, it's like the same, right? You're still gonna choose the man, he's gonna be like your dad. Whether he's like funny or whatever, it's gonna come out. You're always gonna choose. And your husband, it's your second most important man because of your dad. So, yeah. Yeah.
It's nice.
It's nice. I'm very lucky that I had a dad, and you know the way he is, and he did good. Yeah, I have this, and I put my shoe every day, and
Beautiful.
yeah, he made my little, you know, boxes where I keep money. Not that much, you know. Yeah, he was a good dad.
Did you fight with your mom a lot?
With mine?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And do you think like at a certain age you stopped? Like, do you think it was a phase in your life?
At some point, because of my older friends, I was watching them like 10 years, right? When they were in their 40s, I was in my 30s working on myself. I see like your parents getting older, and in your 30s, everybody different. You become best friends with them. You start joking on them, you know, like you start telling them things. You might swear sometimes in front of them. Those are the best days. Those are the best days. We stop fighting, yeah. And yeah, I was doing the practice on myself, work on myself, like since when I was 36, because I tired of feeling certain way, and that's when I stopped doing all these things that was hurting myself and my people that love me. So I step outside of the daughter role. I think most of people don't do that, but it would be very good. And see your parents as just people, dudes, like your friends. And you understand, oh my God, how did you guys do? Like everything you do with what you got. Like I am 44 almost, and I'm still can't figure out my stuff. And they were in their 20s with everything they got. What were they taught, So, yeah, so step outside of, and you will understand your dad, your mother, and you have no issues with it. Because as a daughter, oh yeah, I have a lot of problems. As a person to a woman, to another human, oh my God, she did great. She did good. And my dad, she did good with what they have. That's how I see it. And you actually admire them. Like they did okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, better than I would have done it because I don't even have any kids. So, yeah. What make you think like this?
No, I was going to say, how does it feel not having kids?
I have my, I give myself like a little bit of like, I'm almost 44. There's maybe one more year if I get pregnant now, I had a chance to have kids, but, it just didn't work out with my ex-husband. He got scared, when we got pregnant, and he convinced me to do abortion. So, and I kind of made him pay for it, the whole marriage. But it doesn't mean he was a bad husband. He was, another human fuck up, and he didn't know any better. And I was another human who used that pain and just made his life hell. So I did have my chance. I have my regrets, but I don't drag it alone. Not having it. Because I would have been hot mama now with, older child. That would be nice, Yeah. So, I mean,
it's like this business is your baby now, and
it's my baby, it's my responsibility. And you know what? I have these wonderful employees, and I can see how, everybody have their own life, and they were in their place, excellent specialists. But I can see that it gives them new, so I have to be, I have to, because it gives a lot of other people a way, and they can see that it's doable.
Yeah.
What you can do, and this is just beginning.
I love it.
It's just the beginning. I can feel it. I can see it. That's why I'm here.
I love it.
This is for you beginning too. I can see it. I'm not joking. Maybe I don't know. A few years later, you'll go back to this
episode
TV show.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So before we finish, where can people find you on social media?
Social media. Yeah, you can find me Instagram at Atichka. It's Instagram, Royal York Spa. Yes, it's us. And Atichka. A-T...
I'll post it.
Yes.
I'll
Because
post it for you.
Atichka, it was taken because it's like a teacher wannabe. But it's like Atichka.
So we'll put it down here and let people follow you.
Yes. If you want to look beautiful, feel beautiful, or just to understand how beautiful you are, just check it out.
We're going to end it right there. That was perfect. Thank you so much, Anya.
My
Loved
pleasure.
it.